We are Move Me Soul, and this is Good Stories. Today we are celebrating our 10th year as an arts program on the west side of Chicago. We started back in 2008 at Austin High School as a gym class elective, and just to see the power and growth of being an After School Matters partner, to be able to do that work, but then to think beyond that partnership and find ways to cater to young people that were outside of that catchment because of their age. So we're celebrating that progression. We're celebrating the young people that have filtered in and out of the programs and their growth. We're celebrating our partners. We're celebrating being here in this space to take inner city youth from the south and west sides and to present them, you know, at a cultural institution that's internationally known and renowned is very important. So we're thankful. I heard about Move Me Soul through my sister Diana Muhammad, who happens to be the co-director with Ayesha Jaco. Ayesha, Diana, and myself all danced together starting back in 2005. I joined Move Me Soul probably in 2011, 2012. I started off as an independent instructor, someone that would just kind of come in frequently, would give class and choreography. By 2015, we launched the Southside location through After School Matters, and I ended up becoming the lead instructor for dance at that site, along with my brother who was doing spoken word. So by 2015 up until now, I've been the lead instructor for the South program, as well as now eventually have gone into the role of production director. Move Me Soul has been a vision of Ayesha's for some time, and it manifested itself in 2008, and then it just went from there.
I think one of the fundamental kind of underliers of story and where its power comes from. Stories are words, and most words are names. They name something. Actually, all words are names. They're labels. And there's a power in naming something. They actually call it a nominal determination, whereas it's, you know, kind of like what you name something is what it will become imbue aspects of the thing that you name it. So the power in storytelling is that process of naming things, putting tags and putting labels and names on things. And so if you have an understanding, whether you have a conscious or unconscious understanding of that, that's why story is so powerful. And when you put many names together, and you create narrative, much bigger pieces, you know, much bigger names. You know, if you think of a story as just being a big name for something, that could be someone's life. You know, it could be the potential, somebody who vibes with that story, who vibes with that big name, if that's what you want to call it, who vibes with that big name, who take it upon themselves and try and live that story out.
So Move Me Me So was a favorite song of mine. Well, not Move Me So, Hurt Me So off of Lupe's Food and Liquor album. So I named the company Move Me So just off the strength of that, but it was really also related into us wanting to use storytelling as a way to empower young people using soul music primarily. So that's really the meaning behind the name.
Hello, my name is Ayesha Jaco. I'm the stage manager and assistant to Ayesha Jaco. I've been in this position since freshman year of high school, so 14, 15. Dance and art instruction has had an impact in my life through everything I do, really. It's like when you look out on the world, you have to look from people's different perspectives. And when learning dance, you have to also learn different perspectives, like where dance came from, how it makes you feel, how it makes you just change your, I guess it just changed my whole perspective on life, and that has influenced me to like look at colleges with a different perspective and like react to people in a different way.
Dance has impacted me because it made me a better person, to be on time, to be professional, and just overall confident in myself.
Dance for me, it's another language because personally I haven't been like an open person about a lot of things, so when I'm dancing it's just like it's easy for me to attain to.
Dance and art has impacted me a whole lot. You can tell when I'm not doing it, when I'm not like, you know, tapping into my craft, because I feel lost or I feel down. Like art and expression just makes me who I am. It makes me feel free, and it makes me, I don't know, it's who I am. Dance is who I am. I would say the biggest accomplishment for Move Me So is probably the development of the teens. We don't just focus on their technique. We focus on their emotional health, their mental health, their physical health. We even deal with finances if needed, career, just anything that they want to accomplish. We're kind of there as a guidance counselor, a mentor, or even a big sister, a big brother. So I would say the biggest success for Move Me So is the holistic development of the teen.
I was actually asked to be a collaborator with Move Me So for performance here at the MCA. There was a show here. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to remember the name of the artist. I know the name of the artist. We'll get back to that. But we were asked to collaborate on a project here at the MCA. And once I started working with Move Me So, I loved what the artistic directors had like built. I loved working with the artists. So I'm a visual artist, I'm a musician, I do sound stuff in my regular life, and I just thought I want to have Move Me So be a part of my regular life, so we've been collaborating ever since. But 1 second though, I was asked to collaborate with Move Me So in response to a Merce Cunningham exhibition that they had here at the MCA. So Krista Franklin had asked me to be a artistic collaborator, so that's how I began to be involved with Move Me So. So you can cut that in there, see?
it doesn't self-regulate. It's neutral. It's kind of what you put to it. So if you put, you know, negative names and negative story, and people follow that, then you have negative consequence. If you put positive names and positive stories, then you have positive consequence. So story and narrative is neutral. What's important, and everybody does it. People do it on different levels of technical skill and ability, but everybody names. We can't help it. It's what we do. You know, it's probably our main thing as human beings is putting names on things to help us navigate the world or make sense of the world. We can't understand something unless we name it to a certain degree, right? But the most important part of that is the person. It's not the story itself. It's sometimes not the name itself. The name just has power, but it's how you use it. And using it is going to come from the intention of the author, you know, the rapper, the singer, the dancer, right? And their intention behind it. So, you know, I think is that layer. You have the, you know, the importance of story. Where does that come from? The importance of narrative comes from the importance and the power of naming things.
Move Me So has actually built my confidence a lot. I'm normally a shy person. Move Me So has helped boost my confidence to a whole nother level.
Just being able to come as one, not dancing or anything, just sitting there and talking. Just talking out our problems, talking about life, anything that's going on, happy, positive, negative, anything.
I'll say today makes me feel like I'm at home for the simple fact that I've been in Move Me So since 2012, and I'm a junior in college now, so I've gone on to Northern Illinois University, which is in DeKalb. But every time I come home, they always make me feel like this is a place that I can come to. This is a place that I can always be able to express myself. Like I will always have this stage and this platform, and I feel like there's no other way that I will feel at home than today. So.
1960 who, 1960 what, 1960 who, 19, hey, the Motor City is burning, y'all, that ain't right. There was a man, voice of a people, standing on the balcony.
When I first started working with Move Me Soul, it was a new experience. It's something I hadn't done before, but I found it to be really artistically generative, you know? It was something that I made note of, that it made me feel better. It was, I felt like it was a beautiful experience, so I thought, why don't we find ways that we can continually collaborate? So I'm regularly in contact with the artistic directors, and looking for opportunities for us to collaborate. So I collaborate on Move Me Soul projects, and I try to get Move Me Soul to collaborate on my projects. So I just had a performance at the Garfield Park Conservatory with my group, Black Monument Ensemble. So I asked 5 of the Move Me Soul dancers to perform with that. I've had art openings where Move Me Soul has performed at openings. So I'm always looking to keep this artistic dialogue going, because I think there's something really special there.
The biggest accomplishment of Move Me Soul for me would be like making it here, doing this style, like them being able to like travel to Jamaica and influencing other dancers and just, you know, growing and being able to reach out to different parts of Chicago.
10 years is a big deal. We are not the only company, African-American, dance company that is celebrating 10 years. This 2018 is actually the year of a lot of Chicago-based, African-American-based companies, dance companies. Coming together for this 10th year anniversary was exciting. We didn't really know what to expect. We just knew we want to continue this for another 10, 20 years, just empowering Chicago's youth. So it was a big deal to have a predominantly African-American teen-based company in Chicago celebrate 10 years and celebrate it at MCA is a pretty big deal. Dance helped me. It was a way for me to build my self-confidence, a way for me to learn how to relate with others, a way for me just to have an out to express myself. So, and I was oriented while I was an adolescent at high school and Gallery 37 program. So I saw the impact and wanted to, you know, reach out to young people, you know, between the ages of 14 and 24 to give them an out as well, similar to what I benefited from through dance.
I do things in big swaths, you know, just big chunks. So I've always seen Move Me Soul, you know, in my sister, you know, since like growing up. So Move Me Soul isn't a new thing. It isn't an instance. It's a continuation. It's a continuum, right? That it just got the name again, Move Me Soul, right? But it's always been the drive to tell stories with the body, right? To you know, navigate the body itself and put it in these different gestures and have these gestures mean things, and these stances and these poses mean things. And it's super meaningful when you think of something like yoga, which is just stances and different stretches, but it's the way you articulate the body, you know, opens the mind and things of that nature, opens the spirit, opens chakras and portals and mentalities and all these other things that you possibly didn't know that you have. So Ayesha has always done that. So she's always been dabbling, whether she knew it or not, with, you know, things bigger than herself in the way she moved through the world. And you see that as something that is contagious as it spreads to the youth and the people that are around her, that are attracted to her, and they start to, you know, replicate and expand, you know, this thing that Ayesha picked up from someone else, right, and carrying on this tradition, right? So to see that continuum is what is most powerful for me and most impressive with Move Me Soul, is to see that continuum of, you know, movement of power across time, across generations. Ayesha being a catalyst for that in her specific space to affect people who Alvin Ailey wouldn't have touched, who would have never known Alvin Ailey if it wasn't for Ayesha transmitting that, who would have never seen African dance with a modern twist if Ayesha would have never kind of presented them to that in that fashion. So it's more the continuum which impresses me more than anything else. Even though the individual dance pieces, the stories of some of the dancers, their trials and their tribulations, also their successes, and their potential to succeed even more in the future, they all come back to that continuingness, the movements of power across time. Yeah.